Wait, you mean there's like I thought you were talking about like they just didn't have a driver for it and it was just sitting there. There's
No,
no
Arth, it's
engine in
been
it.
abandoned for years. It's been literally abandoned. It's just there. And the lights turned on.
That is creepy.
It is. And like there is another ghost in that hospital as well who walks down the aisles of the intensive care units and all.
Yeah, that was the one you
Doc-
said is called Blondie, right?
Yep. And doctors have seen her. Students have been harassed by her. I have not, thank you. And I did go last night to see my patient. And I was like, if anything happens, I deserve it, I'm asking for it.
Okay, for some
But
reason
I
I just want to say this real quick. My dog wants to be watered. Every time I go to water a plant, it runs over.
Okay.
Sorry.
So,
Seems
my
legit.
hospital is completely haunted.
I would be out of there. If that happened, I would never go back. I'd be like, nope, that's some weird upside down voodoo stuff. I'm done.
That is all I have to report for now.
You know what?
I'm playing Faz, but in real life.
So
next time, yeah. Go
Oh,
on.
sorry. No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say next time I'm gonna go with the book, open it, leave it there. I'm gonna be like, how old are you? What is your name?
Where are you? And it's gonna write like down behind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying. Also, Wolf says it may be crackheads, and I was thinking like, yeah, it could like. What if
It's not
somebody's doing up
crackhead.
the ambulance? Like nobody's there,
No.
and in the middle of the night they're putting in engine parts.
What?
This is my theory.
Just random crackheads going in with an engine, right? And they're like, hey, let's put the engine in every night and take it out every day, and just like head in.
Yeah, because what they do is they speed fix it up, right? And
Huh?
they go out and they pretend to be ambulance drivers and they stop off at like the prescription repository and be like, all right, we need our refills for our morphine and our crack. And then they go out again.
That is 100% impossible.
Improbable.
No, impossible, literally, because the walls are too high. There's a security guard right there, and the prescription area can only be given to you. The drugs can only be given to you through a medical seal. It has to be 100% well done. If the paperwork is not done correctly, they literally throw you out, and you have to redo everything again.
Ooh.
So it's 100% impossible.
These would have to be like really, really, really well educated crack people.
Yeah.
I just went all the way to the mines and realized I had too many tools, so now I gotta go put all my tools back and head to the mines again. Because
No.
I gotta get some iron to make your sprinklers.
You know what? You should put a chest right by the mine elevator too.
Oh, that's a genius idea! As soon as I get the wood for that, I'll do it.
I got
Wolf.
2 more spaces for cauliflower.
Yeah, true. So,
Wait a minute.
does anybody know if that's true that, like... Because I remember seeing a podcast about, like, medical history a couple of months ago, and they said, like, back in the, like, 1910s and, like, 1920s, like, all the things that are legal drugs for us now were just prescribed to people.
Yes. Basically, yes. Not all of them, but the majority had no fundamentals behind them. We just used them, right? Like right now, as an example, although many people already suspected it, marijuana is being shown that it is actually extremely harmful because of the toxins it's releasing, right? But like let's go back to 3 years ago, um, it's actually being used as a medical treatment. Right, so
Wait, now
that
they're noticing that it's bad for you?
yes, now they are noticing it, and basically the toxins it releases is really harmful. I did not read the whole article because I was tired and I actually fell asleep. But yeah, I read that. Just just a bit.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So let's go back to, I don't know, morphine being the only analgesic that was available at the time, maybe. And now we're like, oh, morphine is addictive.
It's like extremely addictive too, right?
It is. The dosage, let's say, as an example, because I'm not going to say any dosages here. Let's say it was 1, right? The next time you put it on, that you got it administered, 1 is not enough. You have to go to 1.5 or 2. Next time, 2 or 1.5 is not enough. You have to go higher. Generally, that's how morphine works, at least when it's being used in the hospital.
I remember, like, when morphine was prescribed to me, when I passed my first kidney stone, like, the doctor told me, he's like, only take this if you absolutely need to.
Yes.
And the worst thing is, like, I will say this, morphine gave me the worst nightmares. I hated taking it.
It's a strong drug.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, goats. I just saw your message about the car wire thing, and yeah, I used to have a car like way back in the like way back when I was young. Our family had a car, and the lights would just turn on. The battery would just be like, "Yep." Sorry, I words really bad there because I was almost dead in the mines. I'm fighting the bug army.
The revolution shall be upon us soon.
Mm-hmm. No, it's gonna turn into a fly. Damn it.
I hate those.
Oh yeah, me too.
My hospital is haunted. I am not scared of it because I'm not going to lose a whole year because of a ghost.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
I will
No,
say
I am not.
I will say this, I'd be terrified. I can barely play Phasmophobia.
I was so curious once my friend told me. I was about to go there, like, at night because he came back and was like, okay, things are starting to light up. And yeah. Although I always suspected something was going on with that ambulance, and the fact that they didn't dispose of it, it's because there's something going on.
They're like, we can't get rid of it. The ghost will go into the hospital. This ambulance just needs to stay here for its prison.
It's I want to ask one of the doctors, like, what happened? They actually tell you.
They tell you what, sorry?
They tell you the ghost stories.
Oh,
If you
also, I just got myself killed. I'm gonna die here.
Wait, didn't you get yourself killed already?
Hold on, hold on. Eat the bug meat! Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I tried a cherry bomb on the, you know the,
Yes.
and they all turned into flying bugs. Not a single one died.
You know, it seems like you're having a great time.
I just want to get to floor 20 so I can start getting iron.
40.
What? Can I buy new weapons from the adventurer shop?
Yeah, although I personally would suggest farming the bugs so you can get yourself the insect head.
Ooh. So, wait. Oh, sorry. I just saw what Goat said. So, Ghost, a funny story. I said that marijuana could be like cigarettes. Cigarettes used to be prescribed as medication.
Exactly. And then, like, years later, oh, cigarettes are bad for your health. So, sadly, we can't actually, like, any new thing that appears and is being used, it won't, like, the trial and everything that is actually being, like, all the investigation, experimentation, and everything won't be done for a couple years. Like, a vaccine, actually, to be 100% reliable, it's like a 4-year or 5-year thing. But in this case, because of the pandemic, they were just like, yeah, everybody is okay of these people. Yeah, okay, then use it because it's an emergency,
Mhm.
right? So, but that goes with any drug actually. Like even ibuprofen and all those things have gone through these trials.
I'm so close to floor 20.
You're also close to, fainting, passing out because it's 11:30 p.m.
It's only 15 gold. Well, for him at least.
I won't lose your gold, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Guys, I think getting to floor 20 is worth it. Go, go,
Okay.
go, go. Leave me alone, Mosquito Man. So,
But you're so tasty and full of blood.
I know one of my relatives when so in order to switch from smoking, like to stop smoking, they switched to vaping because everybody said vaping was like super healthy, and now everybody's saying that vaping is probably one of the worst things you could do.
Yes, it is, and that's why never follow what other people are doing. Like think for yourself, right? Because it became a trend. Oh, I don't know, a senior is doing it, so I want to be cool and I'm gonna do it now, right? And like at first it seemed harmless, but now it's like a bunch of things are going on.
Oh yeah, like what is it like? There's like a whole bunch of like watery lung problems or something with it.
I heard those might have been a result of modifying the
Yeah.
vaping device.
Yeah, I think it was not actually the device itself because there was like burns inside of people's throats and all those things. I think it was because of the cartridge. They were like illegal, like like I don't want to say specifically, like I can't really even say, but they were like not approved cartridges or something like that, and they were just buying it because oh, it has a different taste or something like that. And
Oh.
something like that was going on. I can't really remember that much.
I know my doctor, like, ever since I was young, anytime anybody would say something to my doctor about, like, oh, well, somebody else is doing this, my doctor would literally, like, zero frame reply, oh, so if your friend jumped off a bridge, would you do it?
Well, the answer to that would be no, that's obviously self-destructive.
Yeah. But that was his argument for everything to do with that.
Like, sane people don't jump off of bridges.
I have lost 15 gold. Oh, Track says it was mainly homemade THC cartridges.
Same. So, my objective for my hospital now for this whole year is find out how many ghosts are actually in there. That's all I want to know. Yes.
One thing.
Okay.
Please don't get possessed. I don't want to like have a stream one day and be like, alright, Bomb, you ready for Stardew? And you just start speaking to us in Cthulhian.
But Arth, what if it's like a really, really good doctor that's gonna possess me?
Why
So,
would
like,
a really, really good doctor possess
No,
you?
I mean like not a good and I'm good, not evil. I mean like I'm good professionally. Like I was one of the best in my area.
so like,
No, if anything, he'd be your spirit guide and will teach you the ropes of doctoring.
no, I have the best reply to this. Yeah,
You know, actually, that would make for a good sitcom.
I so here's the thing. A
What?
really, 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 really good genius doctor would possess you, but you'd be there and like you like, you know, you go to write out the prescription and the doctor would like give you advice from like the 1800s. It's like
Leeches.
yeah.
Oh, this patient seems to have an infection. And just get some leeches and put it in down. That's enough. And I'd be like, what?
3 hours of
You know-
leeches for a week, and then a bloodletting if the symptoms don't abate.
Yep. You know, I could just imagine me arguing with the ghost. You know, coming in and going out of the situation, like trying to control myself because I know that what that ghost is trying to make me do is not good. But then the ghost is like, I know more than you. You know what? That would be fun.
Just because you know more doesn't mean you know the right stuff.
Yeah, and my poor, like the poor patient would be like, just like, what is going on?
I just want my morphine, man.
Be like this patient has a headache. All right, quick, burn holes in their nose.
Oh great, it's a newfie doctor too.
Ah,
Also, Ghost said, yes, Bomb said, things are untested. That's what vaping was. The data they had said nothing was harmful in it. Now there's things like popcorn lung and other harmful effects. Yeah,
Sounds tasty.
popcorn lung is terrifying. And Trax is not defending vaping, but when I was using vegetable glycol and natural flavorings, I did notice it can be used as an appetite suppressant. Or because it's kind of like foods in it, right?
yeah, like I guess it's gonna be regulated in a bit, you know. But for now, we're just finding out of the harmful effects it has, and that's actually with anything. So.
By the way, Bomb, I was gonna say, where are you?
Just trying to find things, like, you know, maybe fish a bit.
I'm running out of stamina watering the crops.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry. I was so distracted with thinking about how many other ghosts there are.
I'm telling you, if you get possessed, I'm gonna call an exorcist on stream.
You know, I just log off. That simple.
That's true. How would we get the ghost to stay?
Let's be honest, the ghost will be a smart one. Like, I'm not looking for any random ghost to possess me.
Like the Sherlock Holmes of doctoring.
Yes, please.
So,
At least a modern
house, in
modern
other
one.
words.
Yeah,
It is
maybe
not.
something better.
Yeah, like not as destructive. Goat said.
Let's be honest.
Goat said you
Go
can
on.
lure it in with phasmophobia tactics.
How old are you? Please write in this book.
Please answer these medical questions from the last 20 years. Oh, you're a recent doctor. All right, this is great. you are.
If one of the answers is leeches, I'm getting an exorcist. You know, I'm not taking that.
You are passing the possession interview with flying colors.
The most transparent interview I've ever had.
Oh dear God, I'm laughing too hard. Wait, Crack, what's a Subaru?
It's a brand of car.
Okay, I'm surprised that you remembered the ghost's name, but you could not remember a car's brand.
I've never heard of Subaru before in my entire life.
That is a complete lie. Track actually explained the car like he had.
Really?
And if I'm not mistaken, he even said the brand once. Alright.
Bombed?
Why is your memory good with like ghosts and those stuff, but it's really bad with other things?
I don't know. It has drive me nuts since I was a kid. Like I can remember the stupidest things that will not help me at all in the entirety of my life. Like
Tell me about it.
And then if I need to remember anything at all, and I should remember, my brain's like, alright, eject system that way. You don't need this. Nope, delete.
But you do need to remember that the ghost in my hospital, which you will never see, is called Blondie.
I wouldn't say never.
Are you saying like, when I go to the afterlife after I eventually die, Blondie will be there? That would be terrifying.
I don't even know.
I wasn't even thinking that. I was just thinking you might one day go to Bond's hospital, perhaps for some reason.
Oh, I'd be like, Bomb, save me, Newfoundland doctors can't. They want to use more dry ice.
Not just dry ice, but leeches that were hanging out in the dry ice. Is it bad that I find leeches inherently funny?
It depends on the context.
Well, yeah, in the medical context, I find them inherently funny.
I do as well. It's like so dumb, but at that time, like it was
The
modern
scientific
science thing.
method
Yeah.
wasn't even really a thing back then, I think.
No, it was not. It was like, oh, I put my son like I put some leeches on my son, and my son's fever is gone. I think that was their base.
You know what?
Okay, yeah, that is the scientific method, I guess.
Yeah.
So I
think
was
that's-
actually watching a medical podcast lately, and sorry to interrupt, I just want to say this. There is an argument in the medical community right now to bring leeches back.
Am I in the generation where we're gonna start using leeches again?
Yes.
That would be extremely funny
I want to do
if
it.
that were to actually happen.
I just want to see the patient's face. Like, okay, we're gonna use leeches.
Although, why would leeches be coming back specifically is what I would like to know.
So, I
Like-
will... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, what comes to mind would be that the blood would be drank by the leeches, but wouldn't more controlled releases of blood be better?
So, oh crap. I'm getting killed. So I will answer that in 1 second, because Wolf says they used to think that illnesses were caused by bad blood.
Yes. That's why they use leeches. They just suck that bad blood out of you, and they also used to slit people's,
And like was
arms and everything to drain that bad blood.
and imagine they did that all the way up into the like late 1900s, because that's how they solved my headaches. Is they just did a new advanced dry ice version of that.
Like the 2.0 version.
Yeah. So the reason
Like leeches, but less bloody.
so
I guess that was their motto.
oh sorry, what'd you say?
That was their motto, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a star slime over here. So I just want to say this before I forget. That's why I'm like trying to be like so fast about it. But in that podcast, you were talking about is that leeches have a lot of different properties, including like antibacterial and antiviral properties. Like for some reason, like they cleanse a lot of infections that antibiotics are no longer capable of cleansing. Because we're getting
Sadly,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, we're getting rid. Yeah, sadly, people are like not in every country. Like there is a restriction with the use of any type of antibiotic. Like in my country, everything is over the counter. Everything except morphine. Okay? Then everything else is. And it gets to the point where you go to the, pharmaceutical store or whatever, and you say, hey, I have this horrible fever, and they give you antibiotics. And the fever could not be, could be because of something else and not of an infection, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people are actually using them, and then once they actually have an infection,
They're
they,
worthless.
yeah, that antibiotic they use is now worthless. And they only made their bacteria even stronger. So there's also occasions where, okay, it is an infection, but they gave you the wrong antibiotic or the wrong dosification, right? So it's now again worthless, and you only made that bacteria resistant to not only your antibiotic, but to other antibiotics related to it, right? And the
Ooh.
worst part is antibiotics are divided into generations, like first, second, third, and some have fourth and even fifth generations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, the higher the generation, the stronger it is, and it's basically like our last weapon against these bacterias. Some places are actually selling, let's say, a third or a fourth generation directly as the first measure of treatment, which is completely wrong. Right? You should start with like first or maybe even the second generation, but not a third or a higher. So what happens? Our last resource is already gone.
Ooh,
You've
yeah.
used our ultimate weapon
Too
first
early and
thing,
wrong.
and now our enemy's immune to it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I have this missile, and then someone comes and's like, oh, can I try it? Shoots it, and that was our only missile.
It's
That's how
like
you could see it.
it's like Goku opening with the spirit bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't do that.
You gotta save your like ultimate weapon for later.
Exactly, for when you actually need it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if I need it later?
Oh no, I'm gonna pass out. I didn't realize what time it is. No, my money.
And this time you actually do have some worth losing.
Ah,
Yeah.
no. Wait, ghosted by someone bombed means Earth.
You know what's sad? I actually did imagine Arth being the one shooting it.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I forgot to take my antibiotic pill last night.
Arth,
Oh no.
Arth, if I could, I would kill you right now.
I'm gonna end up killing myself. I keep forgetting to take them.
Hey, if you would say that to one of my doctors, they would actually say, I'm not going to tell you,
What do we not mean?
You'll find out.
So, you told me to put a timer down, right?
Yes.
I have a timer for every 12 hours. But
Yeah,
one
but
of my
I forgot to tell you, please keep your phone charged.
I was just
Nail
about
on the head.
I was just about to say that. The first time my phone ran out of power. The second time, my phone also ran out of power. And the third time, my relative had the phone.
Whenever we solve one issue you have, Arth, 3 appear. 3 more appear.
It's like a game of whack-a-mole.
Yep.
Now, the next question is, are you winning?
I might
Arth
be.
is not winning.